Have you ever wondered how economists know when the economy is growing or when trouble's coming? What if you could read the economy clearly, just like checking the weather forecast? Today, we're unraveling three key indicators that experts use to measure the economy's health: GDP, CPI, and unemployment. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to interpret them and what they mean for you. Welcome to Unravel, Money and Economics. In this channel, we simplify the world of finance, economics, and money, so you can understand how it all works, no matter your background. Let's start at the beginning. What exactly are economic indicators? Simply put, they're metrics economists use to understand how the economy is doing. Think of them as signals, like vital signs for the health of an economy. Three of the most important indicators are GDP, CPI, and unemployment. Let's break them down clearly, one by one. First up, GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. GDP measures the total value of all goods and services a country produces over a specific period, usually a quarter or a year. Think of GDP as the size of a country's economic pie. When the pie grows, the economy is expanding, businesses are thriving, and incomes generally rise. But if the GDP shrinks, it's a red flag, indicating recession, job losses, and economic slowdown. Here's the catch. GDP alone doesn't tell us everything. It doesn't show inequality, environmental damage, or quality of life. But as a quick snapshot of overall economic activity, it's incredibly valuable. Here's a quick question. Do you think GDP fully represents how well a country is doing? Next up, CPI, or the Consumer Price Index. CPI tracks changes in the prices you and I pay for everyday goods and services, like food, housing, clothing, and transportation. When CPI rises, we call it inflation. Your money buys less than before. When it falls, that's deflation. Prices drop, but often because demand is weak, signaling economic trouble. Think about your grocery bill. If prices suddenly jump 10%, your paycheck doesn't stretch as far. That's inflation hitting home. But why is CPI so critical? Because stable prices are vital for a healthy economy. Central banks watch CPI closely, adjusting interest rates to keep inflation controlled. Too high and people struggle financially. Too low and economic growth might stall. Have you recently felt the pinch of rising prices? Maybe at the grocery store, the gas pump, or paying rent? Tell us in the comments, where do you notice inflation most? The third major indicator is unemployment rate. This shows what percentage of people who want jobs and are actively searching but can't find one. Low unemployment usually means the economy is healthy. Businesses are hiring, people are working, and spending increases. But too low can also mean challenges, like labor shortages and rising wages, driving inflation. High unemployment is a clear warning sign. It means the economy isn't producing enough jobs. People are struggling, spending declines, and growth slows down. But there's nuance here too. The unemployment rate doesn't include people who've given up job hunting or those working part-time who want full-time work. Still, unemployment gives economists a critical insight into the economy's strength or weakness. Now, you might wonder, how do these indicators fit together? Let's say GDP is growing strongly. Sounds good, right? But what if CPI is rising quickly, inflation, and unemployment is high? Suddenly, the picture changes. It means the economy's growth might not benefit everyone equally, and rising costs can make life harder. Economists look at all three indicators together, like doctors examining multiple symptoms, to diagnose the economy's real health. These indicators also shape government policies. When GDP slows, policymakers might cut taxes or increase spending to stimulate growth. If inflation CPI rises too fast, central banks might increase interest rates to cool things down. High unemployment? Governments might boost job programs or stimulate industries to create new opportunities. Understanding GDP, CPI, and unemployment empowers you to see through news headlines clearly and accurately. Imagine knowing when it's wise to ask for a raise, invest your savings, or brace for tougher times. These indicators aren't just abstract numbers. They shape your real-world decisions. But remember, while these indicators help forecast the economy, they're not crystal balls. Predicting exact outcomes remains challenging because economies are complex, dynamic systems influenced by countless factors. However, staying informed gives you an advantage. You'll know when to save, invest, or take financial risks. You'll understand why certain policies are enacted and how they affect you directly. So here's the key takeaway. GDP, CPI, and unemployment aren't just boring statistics. They're essential tools for navigating your financial life. Learning how to read them makes you more confident, informed, and prepared, no matter what the economic weather forecast predicts. Have a topic you're curious about? Let us know in the comments, and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. As we continue to unravel the world of money and economics, one concept at a time.